Because I mean, it obviously came right here. Oh, this way, right there. Is that it right there, maybe?
I just heard something. Look at that. It looks like it's been stepped on.
Those massive prints in the snow. It's just a little portion of it. It's older.
Yeah, it did step in the snow right there. Something.
I think it. I don't know if it came from this way.
Look at this, folks. I think it's the one. Look. Here's the toe section. It goes right back to the heel. This is probably within the last day. Let me point it out to you guys at home. Okay, you got toe section that comes across here, and then the heel section that comes across here. The heel is 6 inches. The toes are about, the toe section's about 8, and then the length is over 15 inches in length. So it's the same thing.
Multiple deer.
That's what's moving.
Multiple deer.
Okay. I see them.
He came down right here. This tree right here has been knocked over. Something's come through here, you can see by the tracks. The deer are right up.
Alright, can you see the camera? Alright, watch to the end of this video and we'll show you what's on it.
So, I mean, you can see right there's a print. Right here's a print. And then you step over right here, and there's an obvious print right there, right where that is. And it's stepped over these branches that are coming up to my stomach.
I get it. That has some pretty good clearance on its legs to do that.
It's got to, because look, it stepped from here, literally over to there.
Okay. That may be the local Squatch in the area. Look, there's some more bark torn off the tree right here. You know that last tree? I didn't see any claw marks on that bark or that tree.
I didn't either. I don't know what it is, but there is something moving around up here too. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But it's been there the whole time you've been talking, and it's just kind of just, I think it's just waiting right around there, just watching it.
That's what they do. I watched for some tree peekers.
See that? There's another mark and another mark here. Look at the size of this one.
Whoa. Something big stepped there. See, the bark's torn off here too.
Big prints in the ground. They're not very defined, but you can tell something's sunk in.
That's because they're
right
in
there.
the grass. It's hard to leave edges in the grass. But look, you can tell that they were after insects in there because you can see where the insects have been living under the bark. Now, do any of you at home see claw marks under this bark? Me neither.
That's fresh deer dung. Looks like chocolate.
Oh, it's so dang fresh. It's still sitting on leaves and stuff.
That's probably the deers we saw up there. They probably came right through here right before we did.
That's Squatch food, man.
And I mean, it stepped over these here into right there and then right there.
Definitely tracking something big back here.
And it might have actually just came down, stepped right here, propelled itself over.
They'll sometimes sidestep too. They can maneuver their feet a lot differently than we do. And they also have that mid-tarsal.
Besides that one.
You see another track up there? Yeah.
That one's older, but I'm pretty sure that's a track too. Whatever it is, it's big.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
Oh yeah. Will you measure that for me?
Yeah. Okay, it looks like it ends about here. So that's about that same 13. And across, it's about that same 8 inches across.
At the top.
Mm-hmm.
It's good size.
Mm-hmm.
That was heading this direction.
It stepped from right there all the way down to that one down there. Because there's nothing in between.
That's probably longer than the 6 feet that I can measure. I think that only goes out to 6 feet.
I'm getting close. Yeah, it's bigger.
That's bigger than a 6 foot stride.
And it's 8 foot and it ends right there.
Oh, that's at 8 foot and it ends there. It probably leaped. It probably just wanted to leap over this
over
log.
the obstacle.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like it stepped there, and then leaps. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was a preparation and then the leap. And that's why that one's so deep and why that one's super deep is it came down and landed with all that force. Massive feet.
Man, what was the indication it was tall? Because it stepped over such a large...
Yeah, that thicket back there came up to my stomach right here.
Well, and then that leap of over 8 feet right there that you just measured.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. All right, let me point this track out to you guys. And look, you can see where the toes slid a little bit.
It's twice as long as my foot.
Uh-huh. And there's the hill. And it stepped right in front of this branch heading that direction. Yeah, we're back here with something that's huge. Up at the toes, it is 7 inches, almost 8 inches wide, over 7. At the hill, and it looks like it stepped on that branch back there a little bit on the hill. It is over 6 where it tapers at the hill. This thing's huge. Oh, it stepped there too. It just stepped at the front section of its foot there too.
Mm-hmm.
That is just massive. That is massive. Okay, I am getting over 17 inches in length on that thing. Actually, let's get to where it tapers perfectly. It's exactly 17. Doesn't mean the foot's that big, it's just the damage that it's done to the ground.
This alone right here is crazy too, because that's 14.
That's only part of it too. Mm-hmm. That might be the front of the mid-tarsal. Yeah, sometimes they use the mid-tarsal like another knee.
There's another step right there. Like you can see the steps.
Well, hopefully we catch it on camera. We're just putting new batteries in cameras up here.
Yeah, it's super weird. I don't know what was tracking me up there, but something was tracking me up there.
Something was parallel, and Rob, he was, while I was servicing cameras, he was up on the mountain tracking this thing.
Yeah, I don't normally get uneasy, but that was I was getting a weird vibe.
I got a weird vibe when I heard the whoop and the snapping behind us.
Yeah, that sound, that vocalization I heard was very loud and very, like within a half a mile. And it sounded like it was coming from behind us, like from the area we had already traveled. The place, there's these giant indents, and they go all the way up. Like that's what I was following when I was up there, when I started getting paralleled, and I was like, nope. I'm getting paralleled by something, and whatever it is, it's interested in me. So I am, because I'd walk and it'd walk, and then I'd stop and it'd go for a second, and then realize I stopped and stop. And then that last time before I headed back down, I stopped because I'd been really quiet, and I was trying to be quieter because I noticed it, and I was being really quiet, and I stopped, and it didn't realize it right away and kept moving, and I just heard branch, 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 and then all of a sudden it stopped because it realized it was like almost a full minute of walking past me, and it just stopped. And then all of a sudden I just was like, had this feeling something was watching me again. So I was like, it was a weird vibe, and so it was like time to turn around.
Well, they supposedly feel safer on the ridges. A lot of people and natives call them ridge walkers. They prefer to be up on the ridges, but obviously they have to come down into the valley for resources. But for safety, they like to be up on the ridges. And in reality, it's safer from people. People usually don't walk the ridge lines. People usually stay down into the valleys. That's where all the trails and rivers are.
But I mean, whatever left these marks is huge, and they keep going. There's definite paths that it has traveled.
Well, we got a measurement off of one of them down in the valley, down over by the golf course. A farmer saw it standing out by his tractor out there, and it towered over his tractor. And his tractor, the cab of his tractor was 8 feet tall. So this thing had to have been around 9. Yeah, it stepped in the snow right there.
Something definitely stepped there.
That's huge.
It's huge. I mean, there's another one right here. You can just see the edge of it.
Yeah, I think it stepped in the snow while it was still snowing, and a little bit of snow covered up its track.
That almost has definition to it. I mean, you can see different sections. And there's where a hill dug in. Where toes dug in there. I mean, obviously something came up this
It's been back and forth several times through here, not just once.
Mm-hmm. There's multiple different trails.
Because it's
massive
going,
animal.
We're seeing evidence of it going both directions. So it's coming in and out. Might be some of the vocalizations we heard.
Because, I mean, look, there's still massive prints up in here, too.
Yeah, something big's walked in and out.
I hope you capture whatever that thing is so we can figure it out. That thing is massive.
You stepped right next to this one.
That looks like a handprint.
It's definitely much bigger than your...
You know what I'm saying? That looks like a handprint.
I know. It could... Will you measure that? I'll measure the thumb to the crossways first.
11 and a half inches.
It's huge.
From the fingers, and I mean, there's definite indents for like fingers. From there to the back is about 13 and a half, 14 inches.
That's a gigantic hand. If that's indeed where Bigfoot put his hand down for whatever reason. To get up, sit down, or they're known to walking on all fours with that mid-tarsal deal going on in their long arms. They're comfortable as a stealth to go down on all fours to sneak up on stuff. I mean, you're talking something that's 8 feet tall, can go down on all fours, and now it's low profile.
And some of those areas that we were looking at looked like something had crawled through some of these.
And
like
they will.
These overhangs and stuff like that. It looked like something had crawled through.
I got a game cam photo. It doesn't belong to me, but I made a blog post about it, highlighting it and stuff. Got a Bigfoot that was nearly down on all fours crossing in front of the camera.
I don't know why. I still have a weird vibe going on. Even
Yeah.
now.
Something's watching us.
You're feeling it too?
Yeah. I'll bet you that big old Sasquatch stepped here and broke that.
Look, this has been stepped on, not just by us.
I haven't stepped on that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it smashed that down too.
Boom, and then broke that one.
It's
and
heavy.
I mean, seeing how easily manipulated this is, I can understand that could easily break. But I mean, you still have to have some major force.
You and I ain't heavy enough together to snap through that, so it's got to weigh more than 400 pounds. Bark thing.
Have been so spaced out that they would have to have been walking on twos.
Look, folks, there's no claw marks at all on this bark that got torn off the tree.
There's been a canine right
And you can see the evidence of the insects that were in there that it was after, that it tore the bark off. And not only did it not leave claw marks, whatever did that,
I think I know
it stacked them neatly and nicely. Let me show them the stacks. Look how
I think I know what's tracking us.
nicely.
This is all brand new.
Something just come in behind us.
Yeah, that wasn't there when we came up.
Is that a coyote?
It looks like a coyote. There's padding. There's two right there. Like they came up and sniffed where we were at, then looped up around.
Look, I think one of them peed right here too.
Yeah.
That looks like it peed and scratched the ground right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, There's fresh urine. Look at that on the leaf right there.
I see it, yeah.
Yeah, something's not happy that we're here.
No.
It just marked over where we had been checking out
That's
just recently.
probably tracking us up there.
And made the noise. The
That's
whooping
probably,
noise.
Ow! It was like an ow! Not quite like a wolf. It sounded like a child. Like an excited child.
Crazy.
But that's what's been tracking us. That's fresh urine. It came over and smelled where we'd
We
spent
were
time.
just there. Nothing had peed there when we were just there about 20 minutes ago.
Exactly. I guarantee that's what was tracking us up there.
Yeah, I think it did that to let us know we're not welcome. Yeah, I filmed that earlier.
Bark
It's a mushroom.
Is it a mushroom?
Yeah, it's a fungus that's growing at the base of this tree. I mean, I don't.
Oh, that's cool.
I can't. I guess I can't call it a mushroom, but it's a fungus.
It kind of has a lid. I don't know. That is weird.
Yeah, I'm not an expert, but it's for sure a fungus, maybe a mushroom.
It's a fun guy.
I can be a fun guy once in a while too.